In this video, we explain the general settings of your sites. Let's say you have a first site in your Webflow account. Either you've created it with a template, or you've created it from scratch, or your agency has given you access to it. Below each site, you'll find 3 small dots. Click on them, then you'll see Settings. This will open a series of tabs on the left. Let's open the first tab, General. This tab contains the project name, which is the name of your internal site. It's used to organize your sites in Webflow. Below it is noted in which folder this project is placed to stay organized. For the moment, we don't have any folders, so we'll have to create one. In the dashboard, next to the New Site button, you'll find the New Folder button. Click on it, then name it. Back in the General Settings under Folder, there's the option of placing this project in the folder you've just created. This allows you, for example, to put restaurants in a restaurant folder and hotels in a hotels folder. Let's save. Now this site is tidy. Below, we find the favicon and webclip options. The favicon is the little image found in the tabs of a browser, like the Webflow icon here. The webclip is only used if someone saves your site as a link directly to their iPhone home screen. Next, we have the localization options. It's important to choose the right time zone, as some dynamic content may depend on it. Next, we have the main language option. This will only be useful if you're developing an application. For the moment, we won't touch it, and we'll come back to it in another video. Next, we see the parameter for adding a password to the site. This is useful during site development to receive feedback from specific people. It can also be useful for private projects, such as hotels creating a site dedicated to the press. It allows you to set a password for them. After publishing a site, it's also possible to protect specific pages within the site. We use this tool to share our events calendar only with those who are registered for it. Next, we can see a template shared with this workspace. This option lets you create a template from a site you've made. Next, Webflow branding. If it's on, you'll have a small Webflow logo at the bottom of your site. As this is a non-paying account, you can't change this setting. You can deactivate it before publishing your site if you have a paid subscription. Then, Overview gives you overall information about your website. The total asset size lets you see how big you estimate your project to be. This example is 64 megabytes, but we haven't yet added videos or images under Assets. Project size is limited for this free plan. When was it last published? This site has not yet been published. Then more information. What is the template? When was it last updated? When was it created? How many pages are there? Form submissions tells us how many times a form has been submitted, for example, contact forms. Then collection items indicates the number of collections on your site. Collections will be explained in detail after the next episode. Then, at the bottom of the page, there's activity on the site. This is a very useful log for teamwork. When there are several people who can modify your site, it lets you see who made which modification at what time. Here's what you need to know about the General tab. We'll look at the other menus in future episodes.